Good evening. Welcome, fans, to another El Segundo television sports presentation. I'm Diego Sanchez alongside Egidio De Leo. Tonight from the South Gym, it's varsity boys basketball in a game where the Eagles are hosting the Cardinals of Lawndale. And Egidio, this is a really tough matchup for the Eagles. They really don't match up well against the Cardinals. The Cardinals much more experienced and also a lot taller, a lot deeper. I don't think the Eagles really have a chance in this game, realistically. It's just a question of whether they can keep the score kind of respectable, and we'll just have to see how that goes.
Well, exactly. You can never measure hard on paper. On paper, it looks like the Lawndale Cardinals should run away with this one. They destroyed Culver City 72-27 a couple of weeks ago. But this Lawndale Cardinals has won the last 4 games they've played. Coach Brownlee has 3 players on this team that are already committed to Division I schools. Chemezi Metu, Broderick Jones, and Chris White all going to Division I schools next year. It's going to be a tough matchup for the El Segundo Eagles. But again, never say never. You never know until the clock strikes 0.
Well, and it's the type of game where, you know, the players for El Segundo, you know, you hate to say this, but it'll be kind of a character builder. They just have to hang in there and give 100% effort throughout the game, regardless of what the score is. And, you know, you learn, you know, by going up against better competition. So that's what it's going to be. It's probably going to be a learning experience for the Eagles tonight here at the South Gym. We'll just have to see how it happens. Keep it right here for tip-off. It's going to be an entertaining game, at least from the standpoint of the athleticism of Lawndale. And we'll see how El Segundo can hang in. So we're just about set for tip-off here at the South Gym. El Segundo's starters, we'll give them to you real quick. Mason Buzzell, James Martin, number 23, the leading scorer for El Segundo. Stephen Moy, number 25, the tallest player on the floor for El Segundo. He's about 6'7", roughly. Sean Emery, number 32, and Sam Ernest, number 33. And Buzzell is not a player that normally starts, but El Segundo is also short-staffed as they've got some players out. Chase Ali Watkins is out with the flu. Wyatt Boyce is out with a knee injury, and here we go. And into the front court, it's Johnson for Lawndale. Into the corner, that's Mitu. He swings it around. Now it gets under the basket to Beckles. Here's Johnson. Clock is down to 15 seconds. Down to Mitu, and he throws it down. Chemezi
Metu, that's what he's known for. He committed to USC earlier this year, and he's starting off right, throwing it down with a 2-0 lead for Lawndale.
Well, they're trying to deny him the ball by fronting him, but if that doesn't work, then he's just going to have an easy throwdown. And, of course, Moy has a big height disadvantage. Now, and there's Chemezi Metu asserting himself on the defensive end as he wipes out an attempted shot from El Segundo.
Yeah, Metu had 8 blocks against Santa Monica the last game Lawndale played. Impressive player all around. That's why he's going to USC. It's going to be fun to watch him tonight.
Well, he's 6'10". Here comes Beckles into the front court off of a turnover. Now that pass fumbled a little bit by Mitu, but he takes it back out, and he's showing a little bit of a ball handling ability too. That was Jones with the little short jumper.
Broderick Jones going to San Diego State University in the fall to play basketball, and that's a great program they got over there, and he's a great player.
So 4-0 right away, and here's Moy. He gives it up to Ernest. Ernest to Martin. Martin with a 3-pointer, and it's no good, and the rebound by Mitu.
Good look by Martin there, just didn't go in.
And here's going to be another easy basket, and they're lucky they didn't get called for a foul as well on that one. Moy could have been called for a foul, and it would have been a 3-point play. So 6-0 right off the bat. And it's going to be that kind of a game, unfortunately, and El Segundo just badly outmatched tonight. They just have to find a way to somehow try and maintain possession when they do get the ball and maybe milk the clock a little bit.
Well, it's a new team. You know, you got a brand new coach in Jason Ito, of course, at this varsity boys level. He's a former girls coach in varsity, and you got a lot of new players. This team has to gel. They started the season a little rough. They're getting there. They had a 5-game winning streak earlier in the season. a little bit outmatched here tonight early on, as you can tell already, but I think they're going to put up a nice fight.
Here's Emery into the front court. Ernest now. They get it down low. Is that Moy? No, that's Ernest. No, that was Emery. Now Mitu's going to try a three-pointer. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
He's got a well-rounded game all around. The last game against Santa Monica took 3 3-point baskets, and he made all 3 of them.
You got to be kidding me. This kid can shoot it from three-point land? Oh, my goodness. So 9-0, and now El Segundo in trouble. Well, they do recover the ball. Here's Ernest into the corner for Emery. There's Buzzle. Here's Ernest. I don't think they're going to be able to get anything done inside. That's the problem. With a big height disadvantage, you can't get anything done in there.
Lawndale's not going to allow them to get any points on the inside in the paint. They have to get shots and baskets outside. They have to be creative here. Jason Ito has to be creative with this team down 9-0, here early on.
Into the front court, and here's Jones. Jones now gives it up, but he gets it back. Here's Mitu. Another three-pointer. This time he misses. That's really not his game, and I don't know why he's trying to. Here's a long pass intended for Martin. Ernest looking for Martin, but it goes through his hands and out of bounds. Turnover. 9-0 right away, so here's Johnson to Beckles. Back to Johnson. Back to Beckles. That's a three-pointer. He misses, but there's the offensive rebound. Wow. There's a miss as he tried to put it back up, and Moy fighting, but another offensive rebound, and now it's 11-0 as Jones with the putback. They got 2 of these towering players, both listed at 6'10", and El Segundo just has no answer for that.
We call them the Twin Towers over there at Lawndale because these guys are unstoppable, especially when they play together. When they gel, they're unstoppable.
There's a turnover by El Segundo, and into the front court is DeAndre Snedeker.
And Chimezimetu made it look easy there, and a quick timeout by Coach Jason Ito. 13-0, the boys, Eagles trail here, and it's been all Lawndale as we expected, Diego. They have to be creative. They're not going to get any points in the paint.
So a very bad start for as bad as they could imagine has happened as they trail it by 13-0. And there's still more than half of the period left to be played. So,
Ali Watkins, also one of their top scorers, averaging 13.2 points per game. He's out tonight, like you mentioned, with the flu. So another negative for the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, no, it's not a good scenario, as I pointed out in the open. Here's Buzzle into the front court. He's guarded by Beckles.
Oh.
Now he gives it to Moy. He gets it
pass.
back. Buzzle fumbles it a little bit, but it goes back to Ernest. No, to Emery, excuse me. Now it's Ernest. Through the hands of Moy and out of bounds, and here comes Lawndale again.
See, 2 opportunities right there for the Eagles to take shots up from the arc, and they just look like they're timid. They don't want to pull the trigger yet.
Here's a shot from the arc, and it's a three-pointer that is good by Chris White.
Chris White will pull the trigger, and he's going to UTEP next year.
So 16-0. Here's Moy. Martin fumbles it, but Beckles fumbles it, and there's first points by Buzzle.
And this crowd's erupting here as Mason Buzzle gets the first point for El Segundo. You thought they won the game, but it's only 16-2.
Here's Mitu with a pass. There's DeAndre Snedeker. The shot is not his, and Johnson missed, and Mitu tried to dunk it in, but he couldn't quite get it to go. Martin on the other end misses.
Kenny Sherman with a nice rebound, and here come the Cardinals.
From the free throw line, a little shot that is missed. And Mitu gets the offensive rebound, a three-pointer, and another offensive rebound by Beckles. There's Johnson. Here's White. There's Beckles, Johnson, A three-pointer, no good, and Martin gets the rebound. 16-2 the score with 2.5 minutes left in the opening quarter. Into the front court, it's Ernest. Here's Moy. Buzzle. Ernest, and we got a timeout again by El Segundo, I guess.
Yeah, El Segundo's biggest guy is 6'8". That's Stefan Moy, and he's not really doing a whole lot. And it's all Chemezi Metu, Broderick Jones, and black jerseys all over as they have a 14-point lead early in the first.
Yeah, Moy is a junior, but I mean, there's not experience on this team. They all came up from, except for Boyce and I think Martin. Everybody else, none of the other players were on varsity last year. So they've all come up from JV. And Boyce is out with a knee problem. So one of your returning varsity guys is out. So it's it's inexperienced team, and it's at this level anyway, and they don't match up height-wise at all. So now we've got a new player in for El Segundo, number 42. Saleh Alou. El Segundo turns it over into the front court. Now they're trying these three-pointers, and now they get it to go. That's White with the second three-pointer of the evening, and it's a 17-point lead. Here's Alou driving the baseline, and he draws a foul. He's going to get some free throws, so that's a nice move. At least force the action there.
Exactly. Slow it down a little bit, too, because a lot of momentum from the Cardinals here. You got to slow it down any way you can. You got to get points any way you can against a team like this.
So Snedeker will go to the line. Alou will go to the line. I hope I'm saying his name right. He hasn't played in the games that I've seen. Saleh Alou, he misses first free throw. And he misses them both. So that's not good. When you're trailing by 17, at least want to cut it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, he doesn't get a lot of playing time, I don't think. So it's going to be a real learning experience for these kids, and it's a tough one because they're facing it's a David and Goliath scenario really, and El Segundo's David tonight. And it's not going to turn out like in the Bible, unfortunately. And there's a three-point play by number 22, DeAndre Snedeker, who drove the lane, and Martin got called on the foul.
Snedeker had 26 points against Santa Monica last Friday night, led the team. He's a good addition to this Cardinal squad.
Now we're going to get some substitutions and probably going to get some players who don't get all that much playing time for the Cardinals. Newman checking in. And who was the other player? Snedeker made the free throw. And the other player checking in, Quincy Pinkard. Just over a minute left in the first quarter, and it's a 20-point lead for, here's Moy bringing it down to Martin, and Martin traveled. And that's what happens when you're, trying to make something happen against players that are 6 inches taller than you.
Yeah.
7 inches taller. You kind of get a little nervous and you shuffle your feet a little bit.
Exactly, especially with this, you got a hype atmosphere here tonight. This crowd is going as a Friday night game. It's a team against Lawndale. You want to pull an upset and down trailing early here, 20 points. You're going to make small mistakes like that.
Here's Moy. There's a nice pass to Martin. This time Martin will get, well, no, it's another travel. So he got called twice in a row for that same infraction. 22-2. Unfortunately for the Eagles, this is going to be a long night.
Hopefully Coach Ito can make some adjustments at the end of this quarter.
And there's a Snedeker, I believe, is who that was.
Yep.
No, yes, it was. So now it's, and the Eagles should just try and hold the ball and take shots with very little time on the clock is what they should be doing. Here's Ernest. And he drove the lane, and you can't get anything done inside, so you just give up on that idea, really.
I mean, that looks like the plan here tonight. They should just take shots from the arc. They got to take shots outside, like I said.
There's number 2 traveling, Pinkard, who just came into the game. Now we have a new player checking in for the Eagles. Josh Hessing, number 5. Moy is down low, and he's sort of in trouble as he ran into Jones.
Wow, wild shot.
And there's a shot that almost went. Was that Martin taking that shot?
No, that was Hessing that took the shot.
Hessing.
A wild shot. Almost made it,
yeah,
but they trail 22 points after the first quarter, Diego.
Yeah, well, I expected it to be a tough, a very tough game for the Eagles, and there's no surprises here. I mean, when you got this kind of a mismatch in physicality and experience, these kind of things can happen. So it's just a question of, can El Segundo really do anything, which is questionable. Maybe they can cut it a little bit. It's just a matter of degrees.
Yeah. Well,
and the other question is, will Lawndale pull all their starters pretty soon?
Well, the thing that's surprising me so far, you say not really surprised by the score, and I'm not either, but I am surprised by the game plan for the Eagles. They're really trying to attack the paint, and they're trying to go inside. Again, with these guys, Chemezi Metu, Broderick Jones, you can't attack the paint. You have to be creative. You have to shoot from around the arc. You have to shoot, take shots, make plays that's going to trick the Cardinals here tonight. But they're trying to attack the paint, and it's not working out too well for them.
There's Ernest. He's got Pinkard all over him. He's getting it into the front court, though. Now Pinkard is probably going to get called on a foul here. Pinkard got called on a foul, which was a dumb foul. He really didn't need to commit that foul. But anyway.
That's an emotional foul when you're down this much.
Well, but no, but Pinkard, I'm saying Pinkard made the foul.
Well, even them, you're on a high right now. You're up 22 points.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't play with your head.
He almost committed another foul there. Here's Martin to Moy. Here's Alou driving the lane.
Nice.
And he did make something happen there.
Saleh Alou erupted this crowd, and now they got 4 points on the board. Nice play.
There's a travel by, was that Jones? No. We've got a new player in for.
Oh, we don't have number 23 on our roster. That was number 23 for Lawndale, a new addition. Coach Bryan likes to pick players from the freshman team and bring them up at the last minute.
Well, we could see quite a few of them here tonight. There's Martin driving the lane, but he can't get it to go. Here's Hessing throwing it up, and he traveled. So 24-4 your score. Into the front court here. It's Newman. Jones loses control of it, and it ends up going to Moy.
Nice defensive stop there from the Eagles.
Here's Ernest. Going to shoot the three. No good. The rebound, offensive rebound to Alou. He's thought about driving against Me Too, then he backed out, thought better of it. Here's Ernest, who will be rejected. That's why.
They're driving inside still. I don't understand this.
Well, Alou did make something happen, but when Me Too is just standing there waiting, it's tough. Yeah. Here's Moy, very far from the basket. He's going to give it to Hessing. Hessing gets Me Too in the popcorn machine, and now Me Too's going to have a very easy dunk.
Watch this. Boom! Windmill dunk by Chemezi Metu. And this crowd has erupted. They're up 26-4.
Yeah, well, that was showtime basically, and he basically
highlights right there.
Yeah, yeah. You can see why he's been recruited by. He's very athletic, very tall. Chemezi Metu. Here comes Newman. Now there's a little short little jumper, about a 10-footer that's missed by our mystery number 23. He looks like a young kid. He looks like he might be a freshman maybe.
Like I said earlier, Diego, there's always one player that's not listed in our roster, and we have to kind of figure out who he is as the game goes on.
At least one. So now we've got checking in for El Segundo, Justin Ostler. Hessing with a pass to Buzzell. Buzzell gets it into the front court. He's in the corner now, double team, but he gets it away, and Chimezi Mitu steals the ball and then throws it up at the hoop, and he almost made it.
Wow, if that would have went in.
That would have been a little crazy. That was just kind of a prayer as he was falling out of bounds.
It was like a football pass.
Yeah, here's Buzzell. There's Alou. There's a steal by number 2, driving the hoop. And, a violent collision. Pinkard and Ostler. So 2 shots.
That was actually a bad fall. Pinkard's actually smiling. Good he's not hurt by that, but it looked like a bad fall by both players. And that's going to be a technical.
Well, they're going to say maybe a flagrant foul. Yeah. Is that what that's called in basketball?
Yeah. I think he said something to him when he was down there. The refs didn't like. And he's going to get free baskets.
Yeah. So it's Pinkard, I guess, to the line. And he misses it.
This crowd likes that on the El Segundo side.
Now we got another technical on Coach Ito on the sideline. He was complaining, so they're going to get another free throw.
He didn't like that call whatsoever. Still shaking his head on the bench there.
He makes that free throw. So he gets another one now. This is the technical here on the coach, I believe.
Yeah.
So Newman will take this one. And he misses that one as well. So he gets another one. I don't know if they call. Do you get 2 shots for a technical called on the bench?
Yeah.
Okay, and he makes that one. Okay, so now the lead is up to 24.
And that's the stuff. I mean, I know it's an emotional game, and especially when you're down this much. But as a coach, you have to contain yourself.
Well, he doesn't want to get thrown out.
Exactly.
Let's put it that way. I mean, I don't think it makes any difference whether they score an extra point or 2. Here's Alou, and he gets it stolen away from him by Pinkard.
Play.
Yeah, he just wasn't aware, and that's the lack of experience there showing.
You're right, Diego.
Yeah. There's swung it around for that mystery player. There's Jones down to Mitu, throwing it down.
Makes it look easy. Another dunk for Chimezi Mitu, his 3rd tonight.
Well, it is easy when you're
6'10".
Yeah, 6'10", and you got huge size advantage. Here's Alou throwing up an air ball, which missed pretty badly, into the front court now. That was Brandon Newman with the little floater that goes. And now it's it's 28 points. Here's Hessel back to Buzzell, and he banks it up and in.
Nice shot by Buzzell, the senior, 6 foot, and he drives in, and finally successful are the Eagles.
There's another little floater, but that was intended as a pass to Chimezi Mitu, and another 2 points for him. He's got 13.
A one-handed dunk there by Mitu this time. That's his 4th dunk of the night. He's just getting warmed up.
Here's Hessing. He gave it up to Emery. That's Ostler into the corner for Hessing. There's Buzzell. There's Emery. There's a steal. And Newman drives the lane for 2.
Uncontested, Brandon Newman with a layup gets 2, and that's now a 30-point lead for the Cardinals.
Here's Alou. Back to Hessing. Hessing with Newman challenging him, but he gets it into the front court. Now he's thinking about going all the way, and he let's see, they say it's off of the Cardinals, so the Eagles will maintain possession. Now it looks like we've got wholesale changes going on. Well, it's all the starters back in for El Segundo.
And it's the bench players for Lawndale. So.
Yeah, we're having a lot of bench players for Lawndale. Let's see, 12. We've got a number 12 in there. Murray.
He's the quarterback actually for the Lawndale Cardinals, if you remember, in the football broadcast.
Okay.
All-American punter as well.
And there's a miss by Buzzell, but the offensive rebound by Emery, another miss, and this time our mystery number 23 has the ball into the front court.
Oh.
That time Martin rejects number 23.
Good block by Martin.
The big guys are getting a rest for Lawndale, and it shows right away. You kind of notice a difference. And here's Newman with a pass down low, and that was number 21, Kenny Sherman, with his first points, and the first time we called his name. The lead is 32, so a huge lead for Lawndale, and there's a near steal, but instead El Segundo will get a chance. Well, I'm surprised 33 didn't put it up there, but I guess in the interest of maybe making the clock tick, El Segundo, they have some height now in there.
Yeah, they have the height advantage now a little bit.
A little bit.
Bad shot.
Well, they had no time left, and they had to put something up, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Sean Emery, 6'6", but he's only a sophomore, number 33 for the Eagles. So experience, again, a big factor here tonight.
Ernest stole that ball. Then he draws a foul on number 5. That's Broster. There haven't been a lot of fouls called in this game. Only 5 fouls in total. Inbounding will be Buzzell. Or Buzzell. I'm not sure how you say his name. Buzzell, I'm going to say. Down low, there's a foul on Emery. He'll go to the line with a chance to get his first points of the night.
See if Emery can add some more points to this 6 that El Segundo has put up so far.
And he gets the first one to go. I believe he's the son of the assistant coach, Jeff Emery. I'm pretty certain. Well, I shouldn't say that because I could be wrong, but there is a family resemblance, and they got the same last name. So I'm pretty sure that there's a steal by Martin.
Good job by Martin on defense. Has a block and a nice steal, but turns it over there with that pass.
Yeah, a long pass that was intercepted by Lawndale. Here's number 23. And there, number 21, Sherman, turned it over.
Ernest with the steal for El Segundo, takes the shot. No good, rebounded by the Cardinals.
Yeah, Sherman got the rebound, and Cardinals are taking it to the hole, and the number 5 there, Broster, draws a foul, and he will go to the line for 2 shots. I believe, let's see, I'm trying to see who. Osler got called. Is he out there on the floor? No, he's not. I thought they called it on a number 4, but he's not on the floor. And there's a free throw that goes in off the backboard for Broster. Misses the second one. There's Martin. And he shoots a 3, no good. And I believe Martin is scoreless tonight, and he's normally the leading scorer, I think, for the Eagles. So he's had a tough go. Is that Newman? He misses. Well, there's about 30 seconds left here in the first half, and it's a 31-point lead for Lawndale. And I don't know if we're going to see their starters in the rest of this game. You know, their big twin tower guys. Maybe we'll see them briefly, but
That's
we're not going
to
to see a whole lot of them, if at all. Because with a 31-point lead, unless El Segundo really makes a big run, here's Moy.
Oh, inside basket there. It doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. And now with 12.7 seconds left, a foul on Martin. That's at least 2 that he's got.
And I wonder why El Segundo came out so aggressive. I'm guessing here, Diego, one reason is because on Wednesday they played Hawthorne and it was a close game. They lost by 7. But it was a good game, a competitive game that El Segundo needed. Unfortunately, couldn't pull it off, and I think that's why they came so aggressive here to start tonight.
And that's the end of the first half. And the score 39-8 in favor of Lawndale. So it's a runaway here tonight at the South Gym. The Eagles just looking to maybe cut the score down a little bit as they face the bench players for Lawndale. But it is, as we anticipated, a runaway for the Cardinals with those twin towers, Chimezi Mitu and Jones. So second half action is right around the corner. So we're just about set for second half action in a game that was a runaway right from the beginning, Egidio. We had, was it 13-0 before El Segundo scored? Something like that.
Yeah.
So 39-8. And here we go. And Lawndale is fielding their starters here. I'm a little surprised. But, maybe they'll just keep them in for 5 or 6 minutes or something like
warm up real quick.
Yeah. There's a 3-point attempt which is missed by Chris White. The rebound is off to Ernest, and Buzzle has it, looking for Moy. There's a turnover. Jones comes up with the ball and to White into the front court quickly. Now Jones has it. Now they're giving it. He traveled, I think. Yeah, Johnson took too many steps there.
Definitely bring that one back. And interesting to note here, I talked to Coach Brownlee before the game started, and I asked him, how are you approaching this game? Because they do have a big game against Beverly Hills coming up on Monday. And he said, we're not looking past El Segundo whatsoever. He's like, I'm focusing on this game here tonight, not focusing on Beverly Hills. We win here tonight, then we talk about Beverly Hills. So they haven't overlooked the Eagles whatsoever.
Martin into the front court, and he is fouled as he goes up for the shot. So I think he's going to get some free throws. White got called. So Martin will have his opportunity to, what's the call here? Why is Martin walking in that direction? He's walking towards that's the free throw line.
Just a big loop.
I don't know what that was all about. Okay. So he's got a chance to get off the schneid here. And he can't do it. Because he's been skunked tonight. And he's the leading scorer for the Eagles.
It's just one of those nights tonight, Diego. It's just not going in.
Here's Moy. Let's see if Martin will put it up from. No, he won't. And they lose the ball out of bounds. So a turnover that they can ill afford. And now it's going to be Chris White, inbounding to Johnson. Johnson. Now they get it down low to Mitu. I believe Chimez.
Oh, look at that.
And who is that, Buzzle? Buzzle does a good job getting the ball away from Chimez and Mitu into the front court. And White misses again. He's having a tough night.
Can't finish it. Martin cannot finish. But good steal by Buzzle, fighting with a 6'10" Chimezi Mitu.
Yeah. So now inbounding will be Sam Ernest. They get it to Buzzle, who puts it up, and it's in and out. Boy, that was awfully close, but he couldn't quite get it to go. He's the leading scorer for the Eagles with 4 points.
And that's the story. Again, it just went, it circled around the rim, it bounced off. It's just not going El Segundo's way whatsoever here tonight.
Chimezi Mitu doing some ball handling.
Got a little fancy there.
I'm sure is really not what his coach wants. I mean, he shouldn't be the one bringing the ball up the court.
No, definitely.
And then he tried a little razzle-dazzle, I think. I think I saw him Try to put it behind his back. Ernest to Moy. Moy back to Ernest. Ernest with a 2-point attempt. It's no good, and he goes down hard, and there was no call made. But Ernest is hurting right in front of our position here. I don't think it's serious, but he's not a happy camper. I'm not sure. I didn't see the contact. I don't know what caused it, but something should have been called, I guess, because he went flying.
Yeah, well, the good news is here that El Segundo is in double digits. They have 10 points. And they've gotten some good defensive plays here, a couple steals so far in this half.
So who scored the bucket? I'm lost here. Where did they get the? Who scored for El Segundo in the second half? Because I didn't see anybody make a shot.
It was 25.
Was it Martin? Finally?
No, I think it was number 25.
25.
Moy.
Why did I miss that? Was I just like daydreaming? Okay. Okay. I just completely missed that. Okay. 39-10. Martin with a rebound there off of a miss from Johnson. Here's into the front court, and there's a nice pass and a nice basket by Emery.
Nice play there by Martin to Emery. That's what they need to do, fast breaks here, to try to cut this lead a little bit down.
The lead is now 27. Is that right? Yes. And there's a foul, so somebody's going to go to the line now. Was it Moy who got the foul? I think so. Yep. The problem with El Segundo, too, is they're short-staffed, and I mean, they don't have a lot of players on the bench, so if they got foul trouble, it's really and
only 3 bench players that they can bring in. Well, 4, excuse me. There's one hiding there by the timekeeper's table, but 4 bench players that they can rotate in and out, and that's not a lot.
Delano Beckles gets his first point of the night, and he gets them both. 41-12. Ernest in the corner. He's in trouble. He better get rid of it. But now 24 got called for a silly foul. I think that's Beckles, yeah.
Yeah, Beckles actually played with his brother last year. His brother graduated and kind of relied on his brother on the court there and off the court. But this year's really come into his own. He's really been a nice player for the Cardinals.
So now that we see full court pressure, here's Martin into the front court. They beat the full court pressure. Boy, there you see how Me Too really alters the shots, but Moy got the offensive rebound, and he put it back in nicely. There's a three-pointer, and it's good.
Don't leave Chris White open, because he'll hit you like that from the arc. Chris White, that's why he's going to UTEP, and he's going to be a minor next year.
Martin with a three-point attempt. No good. Chimez Me Too with the rebound. There's another three-point attempt, which is no good. That time White missed. But a steal. Was that a steal? Beckles got it and dunked it.
A steal and a dunk for Beckles, and it's 46-14 Lawndale.
Here's Emery into the front court. He's guarded by a couple of players, but he gets it to Ernest. Here's Martin. Now they get it into the corner. Emery back out to Hassel. Now they're running out of time. Back into Emery. And his shot was no good as he was worried about Me Too. And here's Me Too with an easy dunk.
Chimezi Metu erupts his crowd in the third quarter, and that's his 5th dunk of the night. Adds to the lead. Now it's 48-14 Lawndale. Smart timeout taken by Jason Ito. Got to calm things down here. You cannot let Lawndale get on a roll. I mean, they on a bigger roll than they already have. And again, we talked about the height advantage for the Lawndale Cardinals. Chimezi Metu, Projects Jones. Jones, of course, coming over last year as a transfer to Lawndale. Didn't gel as well with Metu in the beginning, but since have put together some nice string of games. Like I said, they've come into this one winning their last 4, looking for their 5th in a row, Diego.
Well, it's, yeah, pretty much a foregone conclusion that they're going to have their 5th in a row here as they lead it by 34. Not much of a contest as the Eagles just completely outmatched in this one. And there's a nice passing sequence that leads to a shot by Emery, but he misses. Now into the front court. That's Beckles, but the shot is no good by Johnson, but they get the offensive rebound, and it's back to Beckles, and now Chimezimitu feeding it down low to Johnson, and his little drive is good, and there's a foul on the play, so he's going to have a chance at a 3-point play. I think somebody who's, well, I didn't see who got called. It's hard for us to see the numbers as the referee is signaling away from us. So Emery's checking out now, and we've got Osler checking in. Free throws for Jones. He had 6 points, and excuse me. Let's see, I think I put that.
Project Jones, nicknamed Buddha, and they're definitely getting some good luck here tonight because they have a huge lead in the third, 51-14. Not really known for his shooting. He's more of a defensive player, obviously with his size.
Ernest.
Oh.
There's a turnover. I didn't see what happened there. I was looking down on my scorebook.
James Martin took a wide open shot, but Metu, his reach so lengthy, blocked it away, and Lawndale basketball.
Into the front court is Lawndale. Here's Metu with another dunk.
One-handed slam for Chimezimitu, and it's up 53-16 Lawndale.
Here's Moy. And it's stolen away as Jones put his hand in there, and he's going to get now fouled by Ernest. It was a good foul. That's one of those fouls that's a good foul.
Yeah, that's one of those good fouls that coaches don't mind, really.
So Ernest picks up a foul. Jones will go to the line. He had 6. I think he's got 9 on the night, Jones.
Jones trying to get his own highlight there. It didn't happen.
Metu's got 17 on the night thus far. Jones misses there. 53-16, so it's a 37-point lead. Wow, it's not good. Now we're seeing some substitutes come in for El Segundo. Chimezimitu will sit down.
Chris White also will take a seat.
Jones does make the second free throw. There's Osler to Alu, who's checked in now. There's Hessing rather. Moy, Alu, looking to get it back to Moy, and Moy finally gets loose inside.
Good play by Stephen Moy.
He's got 6 points, I guess, this quarter. I missed the first basket he scored. I don't know what I was doing. And there's a little 2-point. That was a 2-pointer, I believe.
A long 2 there by Snedekor.
Snedekor, yeah. And there's Alu with a very nice inside move. He picks up points 3 and 4. Oh my goodness. Oh. And there, Emery, that's Sam Ernest rather, he kind of leaned into that player from Lawndale, number 22, Snedekor, will go to the line.
And despite the score here, Diego, it's been a pretty entertaining game. A lot of good plays.
Snedekor gets that one to go.
Martin comes in back for the Eagles. He's one of the leaders of the squad.
He's had a tough night tonight, though. He's been held off the, hasn't scored a point, unless I missed anything.
Yeah, usually averages almost 11 points per game.
Snedekor misses, but the offensive rebound handled by Lawndale. There's Newman. Somebody was thinking about a three-pointer there, Pinkard, but he didn't take it. Newman. Jones is still in there. There's a nice steal. Now here's Martin, and well, now
Martin trying to get fancy and dunk himself. Got rejected by the rim.
Well,
do you condone that?
I guess it's not his night. Let's just put it that way.
Simply.
Yeah.
Well, he tried to get the fans going, give them something here to cheer for, and just didn't work out.
Yeah. Snedeker to Newman. Newman thought about the three. Now he drives, gets it down low to number 5 for an easy bucket. That's Broster. And now a turnover, and Newman gets it back down low, but now they turn it over as well. So it's a feast of turnovers, and finally Lawndale scores. Number 2, I think Pinkard got that bucket. There were 3 turnovers in succession there. Here's Hessel.
And here goes Martin again. He's going to try it one more time. Okay. He gets this dunk.
This time he gets it.
The crowd's loving it. It's still 61-22 Lawndale, but a nice move by James Martin III. But also, Diego, don't wake a sleeping giant here. They're going to give him a technical foul.
So why is there a technical here?
Celebration, if I had to take a guess. Kind of taunting a little bit.
So Newman gets some more free throws. I'm not sure if it wasn't on the bench, was it, or was it on Martin? I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Newman makes 1 of 2. I think hanging on the rim. Okay. All right. Thank you from the truck. We got word that was all what it was about. And I think that's a little bit born of frustration, too, for Martin. I mean,
oh, yeah, definitely understandable here.
Yeah, they've been getting dunked on, tonight by Chimezi Mitu and the other kid. And so it builds up a little bit. There's Snedeker missing. Offensive rebound fought for, and finally coming away for it is Hessing.
Good job by Hessing fighting for that rebound.
Ernest dribbles it off his leg and out of bounds.
It's a frustrating night for the Eagles. You can see it there on Hessing's face.
We figured out Johnson is the last name of number 23. I'm not sure if he's related in any way to the other Johnson, but anyway. Driving the lane was number 2, Pinkard. He missed. The rebound comes off to Buzzle. Buzzle gives it to Ernest. He gets it back now. Oh boy. Hessing does a good job of hanging on to that ball, but there's a steal by Pinkard, and Newman gets the lead pass, and he lays it up and in.
64-22 now as the third nears the end. But look at El Segundo, number 32. Sean Emery with an easy layup.
Yep, Emery was just kind of still at the other end of the floor after that. So 5 seconds left. Let's see if they're going to get one last shot. Nope. Well, it doesn't count. If it goes, it doesn't count. So at the end of 3, it's a 40-point difference for Lawndale as they ran away with this one very early tonight and never looked back. And, well, it's just one of those, mismatches that can happen in high school when you have teams that are just really not matched up well. And Lawndale, as we mentioned, with those 3 players that have got Division I schools that have, they signed letters of intent to go to Division I schools. So that's the kind of quality that they've got. They've got 3 guys going to D1 schools. And, El Segundo doesn't have anything like that on its roster and anybody like that. And so...
Yeah, El Segundo, it's a rebuilding program here. Obviously a mismatch here tonight with the Lawndale Cardinals. It's a little disappointing because they played good against Hawthorne on Wednesday night, and they had a good showing. It was a loss, but they had a good showing, and they put together some nice wins. here the last couple weeks of the season. Unfortunately here tonight, like you mentioned, way overmatched against Lawndale.
Well, I saw El Segundo play this past week against Chadwick, and they handled them. But, you know, Chadwick and Lawndale, it's two different universes. So there's Martin. That's the best he's looked tonight right there.
Nice
on
move.
that little drive. Picks up points 3 and 4 for him tonight. Lawndale into the front court, and there's Snedeker, and he gets it to go, and he also was fouled. So he's picking up some points. Let's see. I think he's got 10 points now. And 11, if my scorekeeping is correct. Martin inbounds.
Still a full court press here by Lawndale, surprisingly.
And a good move there by Emery, but it didn't go. And there somebody fell. Snedeker fell. Somehow managed to keep control of the ball. Now we have a foul on Martin. Martin could foul out of this game if he's not careful. I don't know how many he's got. I've got him for at least 3, but my count is not accurate.
His emotions, he's got to control them. I know that, you know, obviously 67-26, but you don't want to get kicked out. You want to play this game to the end.
Well, he did foul out of the game against Chadwick the other night. So, you know, maybe it's just something he's got to learn to do. Let me see. I don't know. Maybe he does only have 3. He's a junior, 6'3", so there's the free throw. Good by Pinkard. And Pinkard makes them both. He's got 5 points tonight. Well, what happened here? Okay. I don't know if they allowed both of those points. I'm a little lost. Anyway, because there was a whistle, and El Segundo will inbound underneath their own basket. They're down by a ton, 43. Lou had it go off his hands, the pass from Hessing. Yeah, I'm a little surprised by the full court pressure as well. I mean,
this late in the game, you're up 69-26. No need for that, but
no. So there's who is that? 23 put that up and in, or 2? 2. Okay, Pinkard put that up and in.
Quincy Pickard, a good addition off the bench for Lawndale. Here come the Eagles now, trying to make
Hessing with a 3-point attempt. Lou with the offensive rebound, and he's going to put it up, and no good, but maybe there's a foul on number 5, Broster.
They did draw the foul. He'll go to the line now. Hope trying to make a few baskets here, add to this 26 points.
Lou has 4, I believe, tonight.
6'2" junior.
Yeah, and I haven't seen him play much, and he's getting a baptism by fire. I'm sure he's played in other games, but it's just that I haven't seen him play a lot. He misses the second one.
What a game to get thrown in there, kind of.
Yeah, well, it's part of it's because they're short-staffed. They don't have a lot of players. The rebound that time by Osler, good job. Here's Hessing, careful now. Gets it into the front court, gets it back. Now he throws it too high, and there's a turnover. And here comes Lawndale, and they're gonna get the putback. No. Third chance. No.
Wow.
So Lawndale missed 3 opportunities there, 3 easy ones.
3 shots there for Lawndale. And again, now El Segundo does have the height advantage here with this group of guys compared to Lawndale.
Maybe Moy. Moy looks pretty even with 21. Moy and Sherman look like they're pretty even. Moy might be a little taller, but.
So you got to grab some rebounds. I know, like I said, the score is out of reach here, but
here's Johnson, yeah. He's trying to make a pass inside, but he missed it. Threw it out of bounds instead. Lou back to Osler. Osler with a nice pass to Buzzle. Gets it into the front court.
And I was just looking, Diego.
Hessing.
This is not the lowest that El Segundo has scored this year. They did score 17 against Fairfax.
There's another miss from Lawndale.
Trying to get fancy.
Yep, number 21 was trying to get fancy there, Sherman.
They're going to call a kick ball on El Segundo. It's going to be Lawndale basketball.
Martin's checking back in for Osler. There's a three-point shot, but no good. That was Broster missing that one.
Oh, intercepted.
There's a turnover, a steal, I should say, Pinkard. With a nice bounce pass, but another missed opportunity. That one was Murray missing. And now there's a traveling.
If I was El Segundo here, I wouldn't run a fast break. I mean, I was just trying to run some plays, get some points. I was not turning the ball over.
2 minutes left, a little under 2 minutes left in this blowout loss. As El Segundo just couldn't keep up with Lawndale tonight. Too much talent on that Lawndale team. Hessing, little 9-foot jump shot, missed it. Here comes Broster into the front court, looking to pass. Gives it up to Sherman. Sherman traveled. Yeah.
Sherman's getting too fancy with stuff out here. I know you come off the bench, you want to make some noise, but again, you don't want to make bad plays because they're going to call you out on it, and the crowd here is.
71-27, so a 44-point advantage. There's almost a steal, and now it is a steal.
This is just a
and now
free-for-all.
Sherman misses. And the rebound ends up in the hands of Buzzell, who's had a pretty decent game for El Segundo. He
still full court press here with 47 seconds left.
Osler tried a three. Hessing gets the rebound and puts it up and in. Good. Those are Hessing's first points on the night, I think. I didn't have him for any other points.
Good basket by Hessing. In a game like this, you got to pick at small plays like that to take away from and learn.
Yeah, there have been moments, little moments here and there for the Eagles. But overall, it's been just a big old learning experience for these youngsters against a team that's very, pretty good team. There's Sherman again, and this time he finally does get it to go.
Well, Lawndale has 9 seniors on that squad, which El Segundo's not even close to.
Yeah. Alou puts up a three-pointer and he gets it to go.
Beautiful shot by Alou to end the game. An impressive three-point basket. It's not going to change the ending of the game. It's still 73-32 Lawndale, but this crowd liked it.
Yeah, a nice little sort of positive exclamation point at the end for the Eagles as Alou gets it to go from long distance on an improbable shot. Saleha Alou. Again, the final. Well, they took it off the board pretty quickly, so. But it was not good as they lost by more than, I believe it was about 40 points. They took that final down very quickly, so I can't repeat it for you. I think it was 74-32. So a 42-point bulge at the end there. I hope that's right. Anyway, irrespective of what it was, a tough night for the Eagles in a game that they really didn't have a chance. And there's nothing more to be said about it than that. We have Coach Ito, who has graciously agreed to do an interview with our sideline, with Egidio Di Liu.
Coach, a little overmatched in this matchup here tonight, but what do you take with your young team moving forward?
The big thing is just experience. We have a lot of young guys, only one guy returning from varsity from last year, so this environment is really tough for those young kids, and they just have to learn how to mentally stay poised throughout that game and execute the way we want them to. So experience is the best teacher. So we'll come out of this with some things to work on, some things to look at, and we'll improve for next time we play them.
And what's the goal? Like I mentioned, a young team you have in your first year coaching this varsity level. What's the goal at the end of the season for your squad?
The big thing is this: we've been talking about changing our culture to where it's an attitude of playing every single day, every single play. We really want to work hard and really commit to fundamentals and just the intensity of a varsity level game. And like I said, most of these guys played JV last year, so it's a whole new experience. We're learning the best way that we can, and that's usually through experience, being put in those situations. So I'm very proud of our guys, but we do got to execute a lot better.
Coach, thank you very much, and good luck the rest of the year.
All right,
thank you. Well, there you go, Diego. El Segundo, a little bit overmatched here. Tremezi Metu, Broderick Jones, Chris White, the three guys that are playing Division I next year, definitely showed up to play for the Cardinals as they win their 5th in a row. Diego, back to you.
Well, there it is. Coach Ito said it all. Learning experience for these young Eagles, and just something that they'll put in their back pocket and move on. You just have to learn from it whatever you can, and tomorrow is another day, as they took a tough loss here tonight at home. I believe the final was 74-32, but I'm not even sure if that's correct. I think it's correct, but anyway, it was a lopsided game, and the Eagles can only look forward to better days ahead. So tonight, not their night. From the South Gym, I'm Diego Sanchez alongside Egidio Dilio, and for everybody here at El Segundo Television, have a good night.